Going on, fight fans. Y'all already know who it is. This is Nick with BNboxingNews. Last night, Devin Haney put on a clinic versus George Kambosos. One of the best, one of the best fights I've seen in a while. Um, some may call it boring. I call it boxing skills and boxing IQ at its highest degree. I really did enjoy it. Um, that Devin Haney had to put on a performance like that, or a knockdown or a knockout in order to win. Devin Haney won almost all of the rounds. You could have possibly given Kambosos one round if you want to be gracious, 2 rounds if you want to be real gracious. But as far as giving anything more than that, you were doing a little bit too much. I think it was a clean wash. I mean, jabs. Like I try to tell everybody when I talk to my friends about boxing, jabs. One of the most important punches or moves in boxing is jabbing. Devin shows some great defensive skills. I mean, he kept the jab out in Kambosos' face, kept on disrupting Kambosos with jab, um, kept on smothering Kambosos' punches. I mean, he put on a hell of a show. He controlled the time, he controlled the distance, he controlled the fucking entire fight last night, man. I really did enjoy it. He kept on disrupting Kambosos' pace. Kambosos didn't know what the hell to do. Kambosos didn't know if he wanted just to pick up Devin, throw Devin. He didn't know what the hell to do. This dude right here, I mean, Devin showed us. He went into his arsenal and pulled out everything that he had to show us, hey, this is the moment, this is the time, I belong here. And he did just that. And I'm going to tell you something, fight fans, I really did enjoy it. I'm seeing a couple of haters who come on Twitter, like Ryan Garcia, who said some bullshit, talking about NyQuil. Ryan Garcia, go find you a champion to fight, and then you can talk that bullshit. George Kambosos, after all the bullshit that he talked, I seen him. He was congratulate Devin Haney on a great performance. Yeah, you got to give Devin Haney his flowers while he's here. A young man is only 23 years old, hadn't even matured yet, hadn't even gotten to his real manly state yet, man. Oh my God, we have a lot. I'm telling you like this here. We have a hell of a fighter on our hands that's going to possibly take over. Not only he took over the 135, he's going to move up and take over the 140, 147 possibly. You know, but there's some great contenders out there in the 140. But hey, as of right now, man, it's all about Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney, I mean, what's next for him? I wouldn't recommend that he fight George Kambosos. The reason why I would say he should fight George Kambosos is because it was a clean wash. No one wants to see that fight again. You know, it wasn't close at all to where we would say, you know what, we have a dispute. Let's see the shit again. You know, why waste our time and see something like that again? Nah, this dude beat you damn near every single round. So no, we shouldn't watch it again. That rematch clause should be dishonored. If I was Devin and they tried to make me fight him, I would let go all of the belts. You already won them. Let them all go. Now everybody got to fight for him one by one. You know, and then move up to 140. You did what you had to do in 135, man. So I think it's actually time for him to move to 140. That'll be the smartest thing he can do right now. Let them fucking belts go. Move up to 140 and go from there. You know, makes no sense to fight Kambosos again because who wants to see that shit? Clean wash. I mean, Devin Haney, the way he worked that fucking ring, bro. I mean, just his speed and defensive move, the ducking, the clinching at the right time, not wasting punches, the fucking jab, just controlling the distance, controlling the pace of the fight, the momentum of the fight, just being very poised. I mean, that young man at age 23 showed us a lot last night. You know, he showed us, hey, this is fucking history in the fucking making, bro. Um, Shouts out to Bill Haney, his father, who was there, and coach, who was there with him for the give him the support. What's going on, me, Dudo? Hi, big boss, man. Yes, I'm in the building, man. Just talking about the Devin Haney fight last night, man. It was awesome, bro. I mean, I enjoyed every bit of it, man. Devin Haney put on the boxing clinic versus George Kambosos. George Kambosos had no answers for any of Haney's jabs or anything that Haney had to do in the ring. Haney pretty much just smothered his punches, and George Kambosos couldn't do anything. If you looked at him, he was confused the entire fight. He couldn't do shit, bro. He was just, he didn't know. I mean, believe it or not, every time he threw something, regardless of him landing or not, the crowd went crazy. And I was hoping that shit wouldn't get to the judges, hoping the judges didn't think, oh, some shit happened, because nothing happened. A lot of those punches was missed. And the few that did land didn't really do anything to Devin. So Devin did prove last night that he has a hell of a chin, too. He got a little scratches by his eye from a headbutt. George Kambosos was trying to fight a little dirty, but that's just shit that happens, man. Yeah, man, it's a damn good fight, man. You're going to have to check it out, man. You got to watch it on YouTube. Watch it on YouTube. Check it out, man. You're going to enjoy this fight. You're going to see what's called a boxing clinic, man. You're going to see a young man, put on a fucking performance out of this world. He's going to, this fight was just through the roof. You have to understand to see it. And George Kambosos had no answers for him. George Kambosos basically was confused the entire fight. He didn't know if he wanted to bull rush him or whatever. That's why he kept on trying to tell Devin Haney, hey, don't run. He kept on saying, all you're going to do is run. No, that's called fucking boxing. Floyd Mayweather, all of the greats. That's basically how they boxed. They moved around. They worked the ring. They used angles. And, that's the art of the skill of boxing, man, is to work the ring, man. And that's exactly what Devin Haney done. This young man is a beast. He done it well. He was well coached, well versed, and we saw it all last night, man. He dug into his arsenal and showed us what he could do. Kambosos had no answers for him. Kambosos was confused the entire fight. This man, Devin Haney, bro, just put on a hell of a performance last night. Shit, Kambosos, just kept on smothering this man's punches, wrapping him up at the right time, not wasting punches. He outworked Kambosos. Kambosos probably still can't believe what the hell he just saw and what the hell just happened to him in the ring. Yes, you lost your freaking belts. All that shit that everybody else was talking before about the email champion and all the other shit. Now Devin Haney proved himself. He beat the man to beat the man, right? That beat the man, right? Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko. Then George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez. Then Devin Haney beat Kambosos. So he beat the man that beat the man. So he is the man, right? He is now the lightweight, undisputed champion of the world. He has there's no dispute that he's the best in a 135-pound division. There's no dispute. He got all the belts, all the marbles. He done what he's supposed to do. So that's what I'm talking about in boxing when we try to say who's the best. Once you won all the belts, you have all the marbles, and then there's no dispute in the fight, man, that's you. You got it. You are the champion. You are the man. No one can take that away from you. And Devin Haney has done just that. And like I say, shouts out to him and his family and Bill Haney. Mr. Judah that was out there. Shouts out to him too, man. I heard him coaching him on the sideline. He was doing his thing too. That's some good shit. It's a team. He got a hell of a team that he put together, and it worked. And like I say, man, it is real commendable. I enjoy seeing a young man raised like he did. And again, the beautiful thing about it is it was done last night on ESPN. It was not done on DAZN. So the majority of the world has ESPN, and I'm sure it's going to be advertised all day on ESPN. So this man's going to be seen by people who never seen him before. It's going to be a beautiful thing, man. So the whole world will know that Devin Haney is now the lightweight undisputed champion of the world. You know, he's from Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to be a beautiful thing. And what's next for him, man? What should he do? That's the main thing. Do you think he should fight George Kambosos again for a rematch? Do you think he should just go ahead and fight Lomachenko again at 135? Or do you think he should just go ahead and drop all of the belts and just move up to 140 and go from there? Because, I mean, me personally, I think that he's done everything he could do on 135. Why stay at 135? You know, why stay at 135? I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what everybody else think he should do. You know, I think that he's outweighed the 135 division. I think it's time for him to move up and figure his way there. Teofimo Lopez is up there. Possibly fight Teofimo Lopez. You know, start off with at 135. He'll put himself in contentions for the belts. I mean, with a Josh Taylor fight, if he's ready for that. And then go from there. I mean, there's lots of options for Devin Haney. But right now, I think he should just enjoy his winnings and figure out all the rest later on. But he has a 3-fight deal with them, with Bob Arum. And I think personally he should move to 140, fight Teofimo Lopez and possibly like a Josh Taylor or something like that, man. Get it over with. I would stay at 135. You did everything you could do at 135. No sense to stay there. If Lomachenko wants those belts, let him work for him. Lay them belts back out there. Let Lomachenko and all the rest of them guys, let them work for him one by one. Put it together. No sense for you to go out there and risk it all. That's exactly what they want. It's exactly what they want. But I mean, this fight last night, man, you couldn't be a casual. If you was a casual, you didn't enjoy last night. If you was a casual fan, you could not enjoy last night. You had to be a real boxing head to understand last night and understand exactly what was put on last night, the boxing clinic. What's going on, Jose? What's going on with you, my brother? Yeah, I mean, last night was just awesome. Yeah, I'm back, man. You have to understand, you would have to be a real boxing fan to understand exactly what occurred last night. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, man. What's next for Devin, man? I was just saying that Devin, if I was Devin, if I had to make decisions for Devin, I would go ahead and just move up. I wouldn't stay at 135. He's done everything. He's conquered everything at 135. Everyone that was there that was left for him to fight, he fought them all. Lomachenko ducked him. Ryan Garcia ducked him. Tank was not advised to fight him. Everybody that was there for him to fight at 135, he already fought him or they ducked him. So he needs to go ahead and move on to 140 and see what he could do at that division. I wouldn't stay at 135. I mean, it's kind of hard for him right now for us making the weight. I mean, I know he said something about getting a nutritionist, which made it nice for him, made it easier for him this time. But still, at the end of the day, you know, you've conquered everything you could conquer at 135. Might well go ahead and allow your body to go ahead and grow and do what you got to do. As far as Lomachenko and Tank, I mean, Lomachenko, he tried to fight Lomachenko when Lomachenko had the belts. Why chase after him now to give him the opportunity? That makes no sense. I wouldn't chase after Lomachenko. When Lomachenko had the belts and he wanted to fight him, Lomachenko vacated the belt and got the fuck away from him. So now that I have all 4 belts, you think I'm going to look for you to fight you? No. I'm going to treat you like you treated me. I'm not giving you a shot. As far as Tank, same thing goes to Tank, man. Tank had many opportunities to fight Devin Haney, and he didn't take those opportunities. So why, now that I have all 4 belts, give you the opportunity? That's just how it works, man. It's a business, bro. I can't just give you a shot at all 4 belts, bro. And when I didn't have anything, or you had maybe just 1 belt or whatever, you didn't give me these opportunities. Why should I give you those opportunities now? That's just how it works, man. Why should I give you a chance to make the list of being one of the 8? Why should I give you the opportunity to be one of the 8? And what I mean by that is there's only 8 men who's became undisputed in the full belt era. I'm not gonna say Tank Duck, but he was never advised. His advisors never, his handlers, Floyd Mayweather, TMT, never gave him the opportunity. Never did advise him to fight. Now that I got all the belts, y'all want to fight me now? No, hell no. I'm making it easy for you. His handlers, bro. I'm not gonna blame Tank for it. That come with the territory. Bro. You know what I'm saying? But it was an awesome fight last night. He put on a hell of a clinic. George Kambosos, you see arms look like he was battered and bruised. He looked confused even after the fight. Like he had shit to say. He got beat up in front of his whole country. He won this shit in Australia, right? Because he hadn't fought this since 2017, right? Well, he got what he asked for. He got his ass whooped in front of his whole country. I mean, Devin Haney shut down the freaking crowd. No one had shit to say. The place was quiet. I'm sure he gained some new fans last night. He had to, because the performance that he displayed last night, you couldn't help but to like that young man. You couldn't, bro. You had to like him, bro. He did a hell of a job, and I salute him. What do you think about this fight, Jose? And I hate to just accuse people of ducking. Yeah, but last night, man, it was a hell of a show, hell of a performance that was put on. I really did enjoy every bit of it, man. Don't cut corners with Tank. Tell it like it is. That's what I'm talking about, man. You just say, no, I'm not cutting corners with Tank. I'm just saying that fight was never advised for Tank. I'm not trying to cut corners with Tank. I just think that was never advised for him, bro. Tank didn't make his own decisions. You know that Mayweather and the TMT, they made all the decisions for Tank. Zachary Khan says Sky Sports boxing commentators had George Kambosos winning. What the fuck? Yes. Oh, again, the fix was put in, bro. That's called a fix. The fix was put in. It was shit. The fix, bro. That's what it's called, man. You know, boxing been doing that kind of shit. That shouldn't even surprise you, man. That shouldn't even surprise you. I'm so happy that he was able to box his way into a victory. Personally, I thought that he had to knock the guy out to win, because I know the fix would be put in front of everybody's face. I mean, we've seen this shit happen over and over and over and over. But luckily these particular judges, they thought about it and they done what was right, man. I mean, bad enough. I don't want to hate the sport. I've seen so much shit in boxing, bro, that I can't take no more seeing any more bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Can't see any more bullshit. But like I said last night, bro, that performance that was placed, it was a performance that was just off the fucking chain. Was it a good game plan? Yeah, it was a damn good game plan. What's going on, Jose?
How we doing, boss? How we doing?
I'm doing fine, brother. I'm doing fine. What about you?
Yeah, good over here, man. About to head out of town for a little bit, but what's it called? Damn, that was a good game plan. How you followed through and he's just stuck with it through the whole through the whole fight, through the whole bout. Kambosos is no answer for him.
I agree.
Yeah. So, man, you gotta tell it like it is when it was Dev, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that most people didn't want to fight Dev. Because, listen, everybody know what type of boxer Devin Haney is, bro. And they know he could box his ass off. So a lot of people stayed away from him. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, so you can't cut corners for, like, I mean, for Tank, you know what I mean? If you're advised not to do it, you know what I mean? What is that for? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why'd you get advised not to do it then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if you're advised not to do it, that's another form of ducking. I agree with you.
Hey, we're quick to call that on everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
No, I would say if you had to say Tank ducked him, you could say that too. I'm not gonna say he didn't duck him. Zakari Khan said Devin Haney boxed his head off. You're damn right he boxed his ass off. He did everything he had to do, man. He pulled everything out the box, bro. You seen that shit last night. It was called a boxing clinic. He put on what's called a boxing clinic, man. He did a stage.
And when I was watching it, I was like, damn, Dev ain't throwing enough, or like these motherfuckers are grabbing each other, like, you know what I'm saying? But every time you go see him with the corner, Kambosos, like, you see the damage getting done. And I was like, you know what I mean? Like, this is why people say that Dev's a boring fighter, this and that. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't throwing enough, or like, you know what I mean? Or like Kambosos, when you see Kambosos hit the corner, go sit down in his corner, getting done. He was more winded, you know what I'm saying? And all that. He is. Yeah. It was nice, man.
Yeah, it was an awesome fight, man. I really enjoyed every bit of that fight, bro. As far as seeing a rematch, I'm not interested in seeing a rematch. The main question here that was asked is what should Devin Haney do? Should he drop the belts and move to 140? Should he stay in fight Lomachenko? Should he stay in rematch George Kambosos? I mean, what's for him in 135? What should he do? That's the biggest question here. I mean, we all know that he put on a hell of a clinic last night. George Kambosos had no answers for him. He couldn't do shit to him. So my whole thing is, for yourself, it's Zakari. You know, what y'all think he should do? Like, that's just real talk.
Well, if there's that Tank fight, you know what I'm saying? There's that Tank fight. Yeah, you can go about it. Well, he put it about it different ways, you know what I'm saying? Because even though he's undisputed, he hasn't had that big payday. Okay? He hasn't had that big payday. You know, he said anything under what is it? Under 47, he's the second highest paid. He's the second highest paid. Following Tank.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So there's that, and then his pockets took a hit on this one. So it's like, you know what I mean? Because he's gonna get paid, but he's booked up for like what, a year and a half. You know, so right there, like, boom, he's. I don't know if it was like I know for this fight, I heard that Kambosos got paid 4 times of what he made out.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just because he has the 3 belts. So what's he gonna do? If he goes to 140, now he's on the top rank. You can sit on them belts and go for big payday. Are those belts already all vacated at 40?
I think just a WBA. I think one of the belts, as far as Josh Taylor, I think he had to vacate one of the belts. One of the belts was stripped. He was stripped of one of his belts so far. But the other 3 belts, I think he still has it. I think it was just the WBA that he lost. But he keeps saying that he's gonna drop him and move up. He hadn't done it yet, so I don't know. But as far as Tank though, Devin Haney, Zachary Khan just said, rematch Devin Haney will TKO George Kambosos. Definitely will. So my whole deal is, I think he should just go ahead and just not fight Kambosos and just move up to 140 and possibly try to see can he stage a fight with Josh Taylor, man, and get those 3 belts. And then he'll have 1 more belt to fight. He could lock up 2. He could be undisputed in 2 freaking divisions, bro.
Yeah, I don't damn. That shit, that would be nice. Just go straight to work on at 40. You know what I mean? No 2-0 fight. Just go. You know what I mean? But he's booked up. He has that rematch clause, right? He's got to follow through on that. I think even though I think that bad boy still has to happen in Australia, and then I think there's a 3rd fight. I think there's a 3rd fight for the Loma. He's gonna be 3rd.
Look, Zachary Khan said he don't want to see a rematch. He want him to move up. I feel the exact same way. And then just what you just said about Loma, right? Zachary Khan said Loma's too small for Devin. He thinks that Devin would destroy Lomachenko. I think the same thing, bro.
Damn, nah.
It's a fight that everybody want to see, but I think Devin is too much for Lomachenko, man.
What do you think happens with him and Tank?
Tank will have to land on him, bro. Tank will have to land on him. Tank, we all know Tank got the power, bro. If Tank land one of those devastating fucking hooks, I mean, it could be 99 for Devin. It could be 99 for anybody. But he has to land it. As you can see, like last night, how Devin Haney had a game plan for George Kambosos. He was able to smother his punches. He was able to evade anything that George Kambosos had for him. If he was to fight Tank in a manner as such, he can beat Tank, bro. You just can't allow this guy to land these heavy punches on you. You know, you got to outbox him, bro. You got to stay on the outside, control the distance, control the pace, and not rush nothing. That's just how he fought last night. Like Zachary Khan said, Devin's speed is underrated, bro. Devin was fast as fuck last night. You saw that shit, bro. What's going on with your Bruce Gas? Salute to you, my brother. And like Zachary Khan said, Devin will outbox Tank. Devin will outbox Tank. If you can see it, listen, I got a fight for you. It's probably you might like to hear it. Leo Santa Cruz was outboxing the shit out of Tank.
Okay. Yeah.
Leo Santa Cruz was beating the shit out of Tank. He was outboxing the shit out of Tank.
Yeah.
Tank just landed that punch and almost killed him. It'll be the
same. Yeah.
But right? Leo Santa Cruz was boxing the shit out of him. I can't take nothing from Leo. Leo was boxing the shit out of him, bro. But when Tank got tired of getting beat up, bro, Tank saw a light, saw a way, and blasted him. So that's just the kind of shit you got to understand that, you know, most people can outbox Tank, but can you take Tank's uppercut with his hook? Can you take that power? See, once Tank get to the division where people can take his power, he's gonna be done with.
What? But what is that? You're talking about 40, right?
Probably 40, probably 147. Once he move up to the division.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like it's 50-50 if you ask people who's the best at 35, even though Devin's got the 4 belts. You know? And you could outbox Tank, but it's part of his. It's like, you know what I mean, his chin and his stamina. It's underrated too. Like, you know what I mean, like he's like, okay, I'm gonna take this shit, but you know what I mean, I'm gonna take your ass out in the late rounds or in the mid rounds. You know, it's not like fucking like Tank's like losing by like, you know what I'm saying. It's not like, you know, like, yeah, he's in the mix, he's taking shots, but because he can. You know what I'm saying? Because he can trade. Like, I need to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, once I found one of these motherfuckers, it's a wrap for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is with him. I'm gonna trade. You know what I'm saying? But one of these times you ain't gonna come out of it. That's what it is with him.
Yeah, Devin's not sit there and trade with you. As you can see last night, Devin didn't sit there and trade with him at all. Devin fucking boxed last night. Devin did what we all knew that he could do. What's going on with your car leaving? Did you see the fight last night? Man, we talking about the fight last night, how Devin Haney put on a hell of a clinic last night on this dude, George Kambosos. How Devin was able to evade his punches, control the distance with the jabs. That jab last night was freaking magnificent. He reminded me of Errol Spence with that damn jab. Him and Errol and the jabs, they must have went to the same jab school or something, boy. Because the jab last night did everything. That jab controlled the entire fight. And he kept on popping them. And whenever that boy thought, whenever George Kambosos was expecting jab come down the middle, he'll come around the side and pop his ass with a hook. So Devin started reading his ass. Devin got comfortable maybe in the third or fourth round. Then probably the fourth round. After the fourth round, it was over for him, bro. Devin had the rhythm. Devin was on point, bro. It was a masterclass boxing. I can't call it nothing other than that. And Devin deserved all of those belts. I don't know how many fucking belts it is. I know he got the 4 major belts, but then he got the ring magazine belt. He got the fucking franchise shit that he might throw in the trash. He got that one. So he got like damn near 6 belts last night. Rudy, you too, my brother. The Q's in the building. Zakari Khan said, and the crazy thing is, Devin looked like he didn't put any effort in. He made it easy. Yeah, he boxed. The only time we ever see Devin, bro, work hard is when Devin was trying to make what's called an impressive fight and stand in the pocket and fight people. Whenever he did that type of shit, he made it a harder fight. And he was trying to prove shit. He didn't want shit to be boring and all that. Nah, Devin, don't do it for us. Because you sit there in the middle and you get your ass knocked out. These same people going to talk bad about you. You know that already. The same people going to talk bad about you. So no, don't stand in the pocket, bro. Do what you got to do, box, fight. And at the end of the day, come out victorious like you did last night. Do whatever you got to do to come out victorious. What do you think that Devin Haney should do? Like seriously, in the 130, what do you think he should do? Think he should stay or move up?
If it was up to me, if contracts weren't there, like either move up, but like how you said, go get at it. You know what I mean? If Taylor's got the 3 belts, go over there and get at it like that, or get at Tank. So bring your ass over here, my terms. Like, you know what I mean? And then, if it ain't that, you know what I mean? So he could talk that shit like motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Not only the T.O., you know what I'm saying? And fucking, not only that, both this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? He got Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you the question. I know you keep saying Tank's name. What's in it for Devin to fight Tank?
Huh?
What's in it? Huh?
His biggest payday. You know what I'm saying? His biggest payday.
I think Devin's chasing legacy. He's not chasing money. The money gonna come automatically. You gotta watch that, bro, because you can go chasing that.
Yeah. But we do it with other people, though. You know what I'm saying? When they're undisputed, we call it bogus. Or like, you know what I mean? He didn't really fight the best motherfucker in that way. You know what I'm saying?
We can't say the undisputed is bogus. I mean, the undisputed was bogus.
But like, But you know what I mean? Like, but Tank's right there. What's Tank's best weight, Juan? What's Tank's best weight? Oh, hold on. Give me your top 3 135s.
It's gonna be Tank is gonna be in there automatically.
Hello. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't you want to see the best fights?
It's gonna be Devin, Lomo, and Tank. But
number 1 is Devin. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, you do this all the time with it, One's Devin. You know what I'm saying? 4 belts. Number 1 is Devin. Who's number 2? Who's
Tank.
number 2?
Tank is number 2.
Okay, well, like, check this out. This fight, Devin, I mean, because it was neck and neck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it was a horse race, it was neck and neck. Dev, you know what I mean? Dev, Tank. Tank had like 3 or 4, 3% those belts at 35. You know what I'm saying? And Dev only had 1. Before it was neck and neck. Dev, Tank. People wait. Okay, Tank's fighting 140. Why wouldn't you want to see that?
I mean, my whole deal is this. Let me explain.
That's legacy shit like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's legacy like a mother. Exactly, that is legacy.
Let me say this. Like the Kari Khan just said, Devin versus Tank, they'll be like a Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson fight. Yeah, the boxer versus the puncher. Boxer versus the punch. A boxer versus the puncher.
Exactly. Check this out. Look what he said. That'll be Ali against our Mike. Check this out. And the thing about it is, it's not even two different eras. It's right there in your face. Probably about the same age. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to fucking that Mike and Ali. That's a fantasy fight.
That fight got to be built up though, bro. I don't think that fight's built up like a grudge match type shit. It got to be built up. You just can't just throw a fight out there like that and just think it's gonna make a lot of money. You got to build that shit up. Like motherfucker, gotta be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fight you because you fucked my girl or some shit happened, and build up a grudge match like a Rolly and Tank. That shit was built up grudge.
Hold on. No. But, you got to build it up. That's just upon, you know what I'm saying? That's just upon, like, you know what I mean? Like, bam, right there. Like, you know what I mean? That's just upon, like, you know what I mean? Depth and Tank. You wouldn't have to build it up. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to build it up. The only reason, like, EJ and Buddy, and they don't beat. The only reason, like, because it's built up is because of the damn, like,
the fans been calling for that.
No. But yeah, because it's been for years. You got people, you got fans and everybody on standby because, like, I mean, networks and all this time and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, I mean, I'm gonna get all three belts, networks and contracts. For what? 2 years? No, hold up, 18, almost 4 years since 47. So, like, I mean, like, why would you have to build it? You tell me, like, I mean, if they did that shit right now, and they can't pay for it right now, like, it wouldn't be through the roof. The numbers.
I don't think right away. I think if both of them have a fight and they talk shit and they build it up, I would say it'd be a fight away from talking shit and building it up. Like Zakari just said. You think Mayweather promotion will allow Tank to face Devin? I don't think they will. Well, now that he have all 4 belts, I think they possibly will.
Yeah, come on, man. You don't want that? You don't want that?
Look what me Dodo said. Dodo said, fuck this girl or something. Yeah, they gotta be a grudge match behind a female, behind something. Let me see what Carl Levy said. Carl Levy said, what is Devin's natural weight? It would take 2 years to build that fight for the right money for both fighters. That's what I'm trying to tell you right there. Here, listen to what that man just said. Listen to what Carl Levy just said. He said that it would take about 2 years to build that fight for the right money. You just can't just throw a fight out there, bro, thinking it's going to sell like that. 2 black fighters.
What?
Remember, we want the entire world to buy the fight.
Listen to you. How can we pump our brakes when it comes to like when shit goes down like this? What is it? All of a sudden, it's the buildup. It's the buildup. You tell me that shit. Hold on. If they promote this shit, you know what I'm saying? If they promote this shit and do little campaigns, how they hit cities and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you mean go Vegas, LA, New York, you mean hard to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't even have to be and Tank the way he moves by himself, you think that shit will be through the roof.
You got to remember one thing. This is the most important point.
Devin Haney gets out those belts. That's all he's.
Let me remind you something, bro. Let me tell you this. Carl, me, Dodo, Zakari, Jose, let me tell y'all something. What you're forgetting is this. This is Devin's first fight, not on the Zone app. A lot of casuals don't know of him. Remember, he fought on the app. If you didn't have the Zone, you didn't see him fight. So last night was his first time fighting on ESPN. He was discovered last night by a lot of casuals. A lot of people saw him for the very first time.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So that right there by itself, I think he needs more views of people getting, oh, I like this little dude. And then you can sell them. You can't go straight from a freaking app that nobody know of and didn't purchase. Because if you didn't have the zone, you didn't know Devin. Unless you was a real boxing fanatic like we are. Think of it from that point. What do you think about that?
No. He already took the long route. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened over there at ESPN. You know what I mean? Tio was fighting on a cable network. No pay-per-view, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he decided to go get at Loma. After that, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, like, hell yeah. He's undisputed. How you getting over a recognition? You know what I'm saying? How would he? What do you want it to be like? You know what I mean? Like hell yeah, that would. Hell yeah, that would. Like, man, it's not good for us. You know what I mean? Like I would. That'd be a good fight. All of a sudden, we're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. You know, and build it up. Okay, so that'll be another 4 records. Another 2 years?
No, I mean, I don't think it takes 2 or 3 years to build up something like that. I mean, you could build up over the course of a year. I mean, it just takes putting them both on high platforms and a little shit talking here and there.
Okay.
So what? You know it, bam, they got clashed. Like Carl Levy said, boxing is biased. Boxing is biased into today's reality, which is true.
Okay. Facts. But listen to this, Nick. So you don't want to see the for them to run it back with Campbell. You don't want to see that, but you don't want to see him go over there at take. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna fight at 35 because it's already on paper. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want to do? Just float around with the Linares, the Jojo Diaz, build up some more Jojo Diaz and Linares, fabricate some fucking motherfuckers to build it up. What do you want to do then? You know what I'm saying? It's right there. That'll be sweet.
I put a poll. Earlier I put a poll out there, right? And I said, what should Devin Haney do now that he is undisputed? And the 4 choices I put out there was drop the belts and move to 140, rematch Kambosos, fight Lomachenko, or fight Tank. Right now, it's still a tie. It's tie at drop the belts and move up and fight Tank. It seems like a lot of people want him to fight Tank.
Oh, come on, man.
And you probably one of the ones that voted that shit, knowing you. Which is cool. If y'all want to see him go out there and wash Tank, that's just what he'll have to do. I'm going to tell you like a man. Whatever you're looking for. No. I already know what you're looking for. If you think he's going to stand in the pocket and fight fucking Tank, toe-to-toe, or do that dumb shit that Rolly did, he's not going to do that, bro. As you can see last night, that boy knows how to fight. That young man knows how to fight his ass off. His boxing IQ is through the roof. I heard about Tank shit too now. Tank is a very small fighter also. But this dude right here is a whole different caliber of motherfucking fighter.
Okay, but look at the shit that Tank displayed against a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? He can Tank. You know what I mean? Don't just think that fucking Tank is all pop. You know what I mean? When motherfuckers get at him too,
Tank was hurt. Tank hurt his hand, bro. Against pit bull. He fought pit bull one hand.
Exactly. So look at the shit he displayed. Like you mean?
No, I never say he couldn't fight. He could fight his ass off.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could fight his ass off.
Things just got popping. That's it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't say that. I ain't mean that if I said it. Let me say what Carl Levy said. Carl Levy said 135 would be nice. But can Tank and Devin stay there for 2 years? No way they cannot.
It'll be perfect timing.
The build-up would be if Devin defended his undisputed title against a top contender next. Could see that fight summer or fall of 2023. Yeah, he had to fight Lomo. Exactly. That's what he said, Lomo. So he would have to fight Lomo first, get through Lomo, and then he could possibly be a big-ass fight against Tank.
Yeah. Okay, well, you wouldn't want to see Lomo, too, because I think Lomo's getting shoved in there just so he can get a shot because, like, look, you signed this top-ranked shit, and now, like, you motherfucker, like, you mean, we're going to try to get him back. But I
Yeah,
think fucking
facts.
I think Tank is a people's champ. The motherfucker ain't even got one of the real belts. I think these are people's champ. You know what I'm saying? Because like you say, even though Devin's got all 4 belts, he should be number 1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it can mean whether it's the self promotion, the fucking being on the bullshit app. You know what I'm saying? And Tank's got the recognition. People like around him. You know what I mean? And he's a champ. Why wouldn't it? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I'm with you.
if I say if you're doing that, you're fabricating 2 fucking ducks. Keep doing whatever the bullshit you were doing, Tank. You know what I mean? Find these little, you know what I mean? Because find these. Remember they had a little bullshit with the 4 kings, and they will never see each other. You know what I'm saying, keep doing that shit that you were doing, and fucking and Devin go over there and you know.
I just added somebody on here. Dead Game, what's going on?
What's happening, brothers? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. We can hear you. What's going on with your Dead Game? Talk to me.
Man, I just see y'all chopping it up, man, having a good conversation. I say, let me jump on for a little bit and put my 2 cents in on it.
Talk to me, my brother. Talk to me.
Man, it was a beautiful win going to Australia for the young man. My opinion, and I think Charlo should do the same thing. Drop all the belts except 1. Drop all the belts except 1. Let everybody pick them up and then win it again.
Oh, damn.
Hey, I think it's a good idea. I thought maybe he could just go ahead and drop the belts and move to 140. I wouldn't stay there at 135. I mean, it's hard for him to make the weight. That's number 1. Number 2, all Bob Arum wants to do is give Lomo a chance of getting all those belts. I wouldn't give Lomo that chance. I would drop that shit and move up and do with me whatever you want to do with me. Because they can't. Go ahead.
Well, what I think a lot of people missing is that I think Bob Arum is now on the Haney team. I think Devin Haney is the perfect match for Top Rank. He's the perfect look for Disney. He's young. He got a beautiful smile. I think he's going to be on some of those Disney character shows pretty soon, making some guest appearances. I think it's the perfect look.
I never thought of it from that standpoint, but I guess you got a point there.
Yeah, I think he is gonna grow. You know what I mean? Grow out of boxing too. You know what I mean? Whether
Yeah,
whether it's emotional, whether it's athletic wear, whether it's sports drinks and shit like that. I think he is gonna grow, and I think that Top Rank shit's gonna help him too. You know?
I think Top Rank is the best place for him, bro.
Yeah, I always felt bad for the guy. You know what I mean? Because he was doing all the hard work and calling people out. He'll be second to Tank because of his promotion. Whether it's I was like, man, if he gets picked up by somebody, you know what I mean, it's gonna go to the roof with him, you know. But it'll be a bigger, it'll be huge. It's huge.
Phone keep going in and out. Yeah. So what belt? So Dead Game. I'm trying to get you right though. Dead Game. You said he should stay at 135, drop all the other belts except 1 belt. So which belt do you think he should keep?
Man, my first choice would be WBC. I would keep that green belt still. Drop everything else. Let everybody else work for it. Get their name up, and then knock them off each one at a time and get the belt.
But I think he already did a good job of that though. I don't see the purpose of even staying at 135. That's my whole deal. It's hard for him to make that weight now. You got to think about it. Whenever you got to buy a nutritionist, whenever you got to pay a nutritionist to stay in shape and to make weight, it's pretty much you're at the end of that weight class.
You know, you're right. And I think Devin Haney's skills are good enough to carry over. You know what I'm saying? You know, we always going to look at the power and say, but he don't need power for what he do. He need enough power to keep you honest, but he don't need knockout power for the style of fight that he do. And I'm happy.
But if he don't need the power, but if he goes up to 140, does he have the chin? Does he have the chin? You know what I'm saying? So it goes either way. Like he might not have the power. He could box real nice, but is he gonna be able to take
He's coming from the
40
Linares shit. He gonna always bring him to Linares. That one time that man got popped after the damn bell. Come on, man. If I hit you in your mouth when you're not looking, man, you're gonna do the same thing.
No, well, no. But okay. Well, the Lars is a bad example because Lars wouldn't even follow through, and he didn't even got. You know what I mean? Like, nah. No. I'm not saying just because of Linares that one fucking 11th round or whatever. No,
Yeah.
He's gonna be good right now. He's gonna have restrictions regardless. If he goes up to 140, he wants to hold that weight. Yeah, he's straight, he's studying and everything. You know what I mean? It's not like it's gonna be like I don't think it's gonna be like a nutritionist gonna be put a big dent in his pocket to be at 35. I think from here on out, he's gonna have nutrition on deck, regardless, whatever way. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm saying hey, I don't know, to 140. It's just like, you know what I mean, like you say, Loma. You're saying like, why give him the chance? He's not giving Loma the chance. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, because that's making us like he wants to stay away from him because of his chance of losing. Nah, you know, it's like that. I think it's like a form of like, not nothing, but that's what everybody wants. Everybody would like give him. They're gonna go with the chance to
choppy,
because that's because of the tank. You know what I mean? If he don't want to do it, like, give me like kind of like if he'll be ducking him or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. I heard pretty much everything you said. It was a little choppy, but I heard you. But my question is this: since he got all the belts and he's at a lower weight class, he moved up to another weight class. He got opportunity to fight the champion, which we know who the champion is, who got all the belts. How would that fight look between Haney and my boy from Ireland, Josh Taylor? Yes, sir.
Ooh. Shit.
Undisputed versus undisputed right out the gate at 140. How that would look?
Dude, I don't think anything is too much for Haney. I think right out the gate, I would never recommend for somebody just to jump up like that. Right out the gate. But I don't think it's too much for Haney to handle. I think Haney is a hell of a boxer. I would like for him to get his feet accustomed to 140 before he jumps to 140. Because you got to remember, Josh Taylor is damn near a 147 fighter. So I would think, I wouldn't recommend that Haney jump straight out of there straight to Josh Taylor. Nah, I wouldn't recommend that.
The only problem is, I think they got some dangerous animals down there, like
Regis.
What's old boy's brother?
Russell. Antoine Russell.
Russell.
Yeah, they got some gators in that water.
Oh, they got some gators down there, bro.
Yeah. You see, so that should be another choice too that you should put on that little poll that you did right there, or take the safe route and check the box and not fight no champs. You know what I'm saying? Don't get at Josh Taylor. Don't get at Tank. Just flip for a little bit.
Those fuckers got some gators in that water or whatever. Let me see. Carl Levy said.
So now it's done for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see the Kambosos. You don't want to see the Kambosos. And then the money will be right with you. Let's see, we got to build at 40. Right away. So let's duck for a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's do a little. You know what I'm saying? Let's just float for a little bit. Like, come on, Nick.
Let me see. Carl Levy says he think they should defend the undisputed at least once. I think you need power for bias and recognition. Tank won't fight him at 140, in my opinion. Then he came right back and he said, minority of boxing fans appreciate the skills in all of this and love to see it on display. So somebody said he basically saying he need power.
Yeah. No. Well, I think his IQ and how he's slick and you know what I mean. Like he's got enough to beat a motherfucker with power. But Nick, you know what I mean? You don't want Kambosos, you don't want Tank, and you don't want to get him. Let's float. Let's float for a little bit, huh? Let's just float. Give me fights.
Hey, say that again. Hey, say that one more time, boss. You broke up. What you said?
Can you hear me down here?
I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, so we don't want him to fight Kambosos on the rematch, right? I don't want to see that shit.
We all agree on that.
Okay, well, so we don't. Fighting Tank is not right now at this time, right?
Right.
Because the build up, or he already proved himself to fight, right? Did you guys get that?
Well, man, I don't know, man. I think him and Tank would be a beast mode fight right now, bro.
There you go. Okay, and here's another one. And we don't want him to see Josh Taylor right away because he hasn't fought at 140.
Right? I mean, I would like to see it. I would.
Hold on. The only thing that's left is for him to just float in the division, or float at 40, to give me fights at 40. You know what I mean? What do we want then? So it's like we want him just to be just floating for at 35 or at 40 and not fight a champion? What do we want?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not scared for my favorite fighter to take a L. So I'll put him in that hot water. You know what I'm saying? I'll put him in that hot water. It is what it is. You know, myself, I think him against Josh Taylor is the fight. That's the fight.
I agree with you. I take on that dead game. I think I agree with you on that. I
think that would be good too. You know what I'm saying?
I think that would be good too. You dared to be great. You went to Australia. You showed it. We know he can dare to be great and win. So why not, bro?
Yeah. There you go. Like that. Straight to work. I like that. But you know what I'm saying? I think what's called Tank will pull more in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He'll pull more of a crowd. It'll be a bigger payday.
Definitely. Definitely. You're definitely right about that now.
You know what I mean? I think Tank will be major. I think Tank will be major. I think Tank will be on some DJ Bud shit. You know what I'm saying? DJ Bud shit.
Right.
Like, you know, yeah.
So let me ask this question. I understand Jose wants Tank versus Devin. So that game, you telling me you want Tank versus Devin also?
Yeah, I would love to see Tank versus Devin, or Tank or Devin versus boy at 140, Josh Taylor. That's the two fights, man. That's the two biggest fights he can make right now, right out the gate.
Let me ask you a question, because my deal is this, right? I know what he can get out of Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor got some belts at 140. What is it? What can he get from Tank? Like, what's beneficial? Why fight Tank?
But like you guys just say, Devin was fighting on an app. We know who Devin is, but the world is just getting introduced. Mm-hmm. The world already know who Tank is, because Tank got his feet on the soil, and he got, you know what I'm saying, he got his fans. So Devin go knock off Tank, man. That's like, bro, Tank is the star right now. So you knock off the star, is a wrap. Yeah. Now you the money man, and you the man, because he's not the money man right now.
Okay.
But you know, Tank is to make the money. You go with Tank to make the legacy. You go with Taylor.
I got you. You made your claim, brother. I got nothing to say. Okay.
That would be his form of breaking through right there. He will get the recognition right there.
I agree.
He will take recognition and shit, and that shit. I think that shit will put him number one.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. You hadn't subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you share and comment below. Yeah. Now I agree with you, man. This is okay. Because my whole deal is this here. I always feel once you become undisputed, you have done your job at that particular weight class. No sense to stay there. I forgot the boxer. It was Jermaine Taylor versus whoever. They stayed there. Somebody came right behind, knocked them off, and got all the belts all in one shot. I don't want to see no shit like that happening.
Yeah, I think it was oh boy, old man. Old man had all the belts. The old man, what's his name?
Bernard Hopkins.
Hopkins had the belts,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Taylor
Jermaine
just
Taylor
one.
knocked him off.
Yeah, one fight he got all the belts.
Exactly. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about right there. I don't want to see that, bro.
Right.
That's why I'm like that.
You're not working. You're not working for it.
Yeah. That don't look good. Now his name is ever plastered in history.
Hey, just like this. Just like if Charlo fight that boy from Australia.
Tim Tszyu, dude?
Exactly. If Tim Tszyu beat Charlo, Tim Tszyu got all the belts off.
And he ain't do shit. You know all that work that boy had to do to get there? I don't believe in that, bro.
Exactly. He should drop them belts.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit, dog. I don't believe in that. Fuck that shit. Once you got all those belts, you take your light touch and you get the hell on out of there. I wouldn't even do that. Light touch might get you. You might cherry pick wrong. Facts. Fuck that shit. You get all them damn belts, bro. You drop that shit. You move on. You're done with that doing in that division because of that whole fact. Nah, bro. And that's why they say, yeah, everybody wants you now. Everybody gonna call them out. And that's why Bob Arum want Lomo Chico to get all those belts. They want those belts in a certain person's hands. And I'm gonna tell you,
I don't know, bro. I thought about that at one time, but I think Bob got who he want. Nah, he want Devin. I think Bob gonna run with Devin 100%, bro. I really do. Now he gonna get Lomachenko the shot, but I don't think he think Lomo can beat Devin.
Oh, Devin, bro. After the show last night, if you wasn't a believer, I know you're a believer now.
Yes, sir.
That boy put on a hellified masterclass boxing, bro. I mean, that fucking jab stayed in that boy's face. I mean, smothered his punches, kept on wrapping his ass up. You see how disturbed that boy was?
Yeah, he was flustered.
Yeah, he was, dog. He didn't know what the hell to do. But that, like I said, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, like I said, man, I wouldn't see it like in the fight. It's like real good and stuff, but like whenever I see him in the corner, Kambosos, I was like, God, dog, he's doing the damage, man.
Yeah, the damage to his face is one thing, bro, but during the fight, I like to look at your body reaction and how you react to certain things. Kambosos was missing punches, and the whole crowd would go crazy. A lot of shit that he was doing was just being smothered, bro, and just missing. He had no answers for that young boy. That young boy was going fast. He was slowing the pace up. That shit last night, man, was you had to be a true boxing fan to understand what he was doing. And if you wasn't a masterclass boxer, you wouldn't know how to adjust to that shit. And that's the problem with Kambosos. He couldn't make the correct adjustment at the right time. And therefore, he got damn near beat every round. How many rounds y'all give Kambosos?
2.
I agree with you. On that. You can't give more than 2. You get more than 2, bro. You're being very gracious.
Nah, I gave him 2 rounds, bro.
Yeah. And I think 2 is being gracious.
Even 2, both those rounds, it could have gone either way.
Yes. I agree. Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know what I mean, just a one-sided round either. You know what I mean? On that one, Devin was doing work.
That shit was a great fight, bro. My whole deal today was just trying to figure out what's next for Devin, man. And I think everybody pretty much got their mind made up. Everybody wants to see him fight Tank or to move up and fight Josh Taylor. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cares to see him fight Lomo, which is good. Ryan Garcia, none of those dudes. Yeah. But I don't know, man. But I think Tank is a household name. I think he'll fight Tank, bro. He just can't let Tank land on him. I don't think Tank will land on him, though.
Yeah, if anybody can make Tank miss, you know what I'm saying? It'd be that.
Well, Devin's a hell of a boxer, dude. And I respect Devin to the fullest. I just want to see what they got next for him. He should be on a flight back to the U.S. today. He should be back on a flight today. Yeah, but Regis, man, those guys that 140 though, shit, fuck, they got some animals that 140, bro.
Yeah, man, animals, bro, animals.
Shit. Oh my God, he might be safer to stay at 135 for a little while longer, bro. I think I might go with what Dead Gage said. Dead Gage said drop the fucking belts. Just keep one. I might have to agree with him on that shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but Loma set up for to be the mandatory for the WBO. You don't want to see that.
Well, I mean, what you say? You want to see Loma versus Haney?
No. Well, it's like, I mean, if he stays at 135, Loma's gonna be is mandatory because Loma became mandatory when he beat that African guy that Shakur beat.
Right.
Okay. Well, so Loma's mandatory. We don't want to see Loma because we see it as a form of him getting a shot through promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I like Loma too, bro. I like Loma, bro.
I like Loma too. I like Loma too. But what do you want to see?
I want to see him fight him. I want to see Devin versus Loma too.
Oh.
But I just, man, look, Devin young, bro. Devin need to catch these names right now, bro. Devin got a long time in this game. And like I said earlier, I don't mind if my champion catch an L. So, so you drop all the belts. You keep WBO and WBC, drop the IBF and WBA. You know what I'm saying? And you fight Loma, you fight Tank, you fight the big names, bro.
Hello. You right? Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though he's got all 4 belts, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice.
Yeah. Nice. You can't stay at 135 and not fight these big names, bro.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. The thing about Loma, though, you know what I mean? Like Nick said earlier, like, I mean, if you're a non-believer, you're a believer now. There's still people that don't believe in Tank. That believe that Dev is the best at 35. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you ask them who's the best at 35, Loma ain't fixed. You know what I'm saying? Some people are going to say, I mean, if it's not, you might say it's Tank or it's Devin. A lot of people are going to be, he's got the fuck up. But so, like I said, Tank's probably number 2 at 35.
Yeah. Well, we just need to see all those fights, man. He can't just fight some nobodies, bro. His name is popping too much right now. And he on an upward trend to start fighting top ranked bums, So yeah. And
then that shit will be sweet. You know what I'm saying? Because like not only are you only making it happen, you're not you be calling the whole damn camp all the way down to the damn promotional company ducks.
Yeah.
All the way down to like, damn, you guys are taking care of this motherfucker that bad that, you know what I mean? You guys are cool with just having those little bullshit belts. You know what I'm saying? So what? So what are you guys gonna do with homeboy? You know what I'm saying? Just keep fighting. Is he scared of fighting too? You know what I'm saying? Mayweather. Oh well, he fights like Mayweather. Well, if anybody knows boxing, it's Mayweather. So why don't you want to see the man? You guys are cool with them little big class belts. You know what I'm saying? For a year. You know what I'm saying? Like not only are you the coach, the partner, the whole fucking promotional company knows what's up.
Right. And I think you might be turning your head from your mic. That's why it's kind of choppy. But what you're saying is go after the people that got the small belts.
No. Can you hear me clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be a form of fucking putting the whole promotional company on out there. You know what I'm saying? Not only is Tank's scared of me, you know what I'm saying? His fucking promoter's scared of me. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers don't want to see this. You know?
Oh. Right. Right. Okay. Well, look, man. BNboxingNews, bro, man, I appreciate you letting me chop it up, man. I'll come back one day if you allow me to come chop it up with y'all again.
Right on, my man.
Yeah, man. BN might have stepped away. But yeah, man, it was cool chopping it up with y'all, man. I appreciate it. This is Dead Game. I'm gonna fall back to the chat.
Right on, my man. Take care, man.
You too, bro.
All right, Nick. Right now, driving by, so I'll say you there for the next one, man. Thanks for putting me on, Nick. Talk to you later, my man.
Yeah, Carl Lieben said Lomo's still dangerous. Yeah, Lomo's definitely a dangerous guy. He's definitely a dangerous guy. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's out there for us, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's Nick with BNboxingNews, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining me today. And I'm out here. As always, thank everybody who joined the chat room today. Thank Dead Game. Thank Jose. Thank everyone. It was a nice chopping it up with everyone. And with that being said,